This message was written specifically for you. Open it now. Take a deep breath. Sit down. Close your eyes for just a moment. Because what I am about to tell you will shake the very foundation of everything you thought you knew about your story. This isn't coincidence. This isn't random. You didn't stumble upon this message by accident. Something in the spiritual realm guided your fingers to click. Something beyond the veil whispered your name and drew you here. And if you are feeling that strange stirring in your chest right now, that unexplainable knowing, that is your confirmation. This message was written with your name carved into every single word. There is a movement happening right now, not just in your life, but in the cosmic order of things. The angels are repositioning themselves. Heaven is releasing decrees that have been sealed for months, maybe years. And at the center of this divine orchestration is you. Yes, you, the one reading this with tears already forming in your eyes because something deep inside recognizes the truth before your mind can even process it. You have been sensing it, haven't you? That restless energy, that feeling like something massive is about to break open in your life. You wake up in the middle of the night with your heart racing, not from fear but from anticipation. You catch yourself staring out windows, waiting for something you cannot name. You have been having dreams that feel more real than your waking hours, dreams about conversations that haven't happened yet, dreams about apologies that are still traveling through time to reach you. This is not your imagination running wild. This is the spirit of prophecy stirring within you, preparing you for what is coming. I need you to listen carefully to what I am about to reveal, because this truth has been hidden in the secret chambers of heaven until this very moment. There is someone from your past, someone whose absence carved a canyon through your soul, who is right now at this very second, planning their return to your life. They are lying awake at night with your name burning on their lips like a prayer. They are afraid to speak out loud. They are scrolling through old conversations, old pictures, old memories, trying to find the courage to reach out. They are practicing what they will say to you, rehearsing apologies that taste like medicine in their mouth. But here is what they don't know. Here is what they cannot see. While they are planning their return, God is planning something far more magnificent. Something that will not only shock them, but will leave you speechless with wonder. Because you see, their departure wasn't the end of your story. It was the beginning of your transformation. Every tear you cried in their absence was collected in heaven's bottles. Every prayer you whispered into your pillow was recorded by angels. Every moment you thought you were alone, you were actually being held, shaped, molded by invisible hands into something they have never seen before. God allowed them to walk away not to punish you, but to prepare you. Not to break you, but to remake you. And now, as they plan their return, they have no idea that they are walking into a divine setup that will expose everything. Their motives, their heart, their true intentions, and your glory, oh your glory. The glory that was forged in the furnace of their rejection. The glory that was refined in the silence of their absence. The glory that now radiates from you like light breaking through stained glass. They left someone broken. They are about to encounter someone rebuilt by the Master's hands. But before we go any further, there is something else you need to know. Something that has been hidden in darkness, but is now being dragged into the light. There was someone working behind the scenes during your heartbreak, a woman whose jealousy poisoned the well of your relationship. She smiled in your face while sharpening knives behind your back. She offered advice that was actually sabotage wrapped in concern. She whispered doubts into the ears of the one you loved, planting seeds of confusion and mistrust. You sensed her presence, didn't you? You felt the shift in energy whenever she was around. You noticed how conversations changed when she entered the room. But you dismissed your intuition. You called it paranoia. You told yourself you were being too sensitive, but you weren't paranoid. You were prophetic. Your spirit was discerning what your eyes couldn't see. And now God is about to expose her completely. Every lie she told, every manipulation she orchestrated, every moment she celebrated your pain in secret. It is all coming to light. Don't be surprised when confessions start pouring out of unexpected places. Don't be shocked when people who stayed silent begin to speak. The truth has a way of demanding to be heard, and heaven has given it permission to roar. Here is where things get supernatural. Here is where the story takes a turn that no one saw coming, not even the enemy himself. While this person is planning to return to you, God is planning to return something to you, something that was stolen, something that was buried, something that was declared dead but was actually just sleeping, waiting for resurrection morning. Your voice, your power, your worth, your destiny, all the things that got lost in the chaos of loving someone who wasn't ready to receive the gift of you. All the pieces of yourself that you gave away thinking it would make them stay. All the dreams you put on hold because you were too busy trying to be what they needed. God is giving it all back with interest, with multiplication, with a divine upgrade that will make you barely recognize yourself. You are about to step into a version of yourself that you have never been before. Not because you are trying to prove anything to anyone, but because you have finally remembered who you were created to be right now. Even as you read this, heaven is preparing you for what is coming. Angels are being assigned to your situation. Doors are being unlocked. Pathways are being cleared. Divine appointments are being scheduled. But this preparation isn't just about them coming back. This preparation is about you being ready for whatever God has planned next. Because whether they return with a pure heart or hidden motives, whether they come in humility or manipulation, you will be ready. You will have discernment sharp enough to cut through any deception. You will have boundaries strong enough to protect your peace. You will have wisdom deep enough to see through any performance. And most importantly, you will have an identity so rooted in divine love that no human rejection will ever shake you again. If you have been paying attention, you have already started seeing the signs. Numbers that keep appearing, songs that play at exactly the right moment, dreams that feel like messages, conversations that seem to be speaking directly to your situation. That is not coincidence. That is confirmation. The spiritual realm is trying to prepare you, to warn you, to encourage you. Every sign is a love letter from heaven, reminding you that you are not forgotten, you are not overlooked, you are not abandoned, you are chosen, you are covered. You are about to be vindicated in ways you never imagined possible. When this person returns, they are expecting to find the same person they left behind. They are expecting tears and desperation and the same old patterns. They are expecting you to be grateful for their return, to welcome them back with open arms, and no questions asked. But what they are going to find will shock them into silence. They are going to find someone who has learned to love themselves, someone who has discovered their worth doesn't depend on human validation, someone who has tasted the sweetness of divine love and can no longer be satisfied with crumbs from earthly tables. They are going to see a glow in your eyes that wasn't there before. They are going to hear a strength in your voice that makes them uncomfortable. They are going to sense an anointing on your life that they cannot touch, cannot manipulate, cannot control. And if they are not coming in the right spirit, they will not be able to stay. The glory on your life will expose everything that is not pure, everything that is not genuine, everything that is not from God. Here is what I need you to understand. God is not going to allow you to go through the same cycle again. He is not going to permit someone to come back into your life just to cause more damage. He is not going to let your heart be played with again. If this person is returning with the same old spirit, the same old patterns, the same old excuses, they will be blocked. Not by you fighting or arguing or trying to protect yourself, but by divine intervention. Doors will close, opportunities will disappear, circumstances will shift, because you belong to God now in a way you didn't before, and what belongs to God is protected by God. But if they are coming back genuinely changed, genuinely repentant, genuinely transformed, then God may allow a new beginning. Not a restart of the old thing, but the birth of something completely new. Something built on truth instead of illusion. Something founded on respect instead of manipulation. What they don't understand is that their departure was your death, but God specializes in resurrection. What looked like your ending was actually your beginning. What felt like your burial was actually your planting. And now it is harvest time. All those nights you cried yourself to sleep, God was watering the seeds of your destiny. All those days you felt forgotten, God was preparing your promotion. All those moments you thought you would never recover, God was orchestrating your comeback. Your resurrection is going to be so powerful, so undeniable, so magnificent that it will leave everyone speechless. Not because you are trying to show off, but because when God restores someone, He He doesn't just bring them back to where they were. He brings them back better. The person who is planning to return is going to encounter someone they have never met before. Oh, you will look the same on the outside, but everything else will be different. Your standards will be higher. Your tolerance for disrespect will be zero. Your ability to see through manipulation will be supernatural. Your peace will be non-negotiable. You will not be desperate for their attention because you have learned to enjoy your own company. You will not be begging for their love because you have discovered the source of love that never runs dry. You will not be walking on eggshells because you have learned to dance on solid ground. This new version of you doesn't need anyone to complete you because you have learned that you were already whole. This new version of you doesn't need anyone to validate you because you have learned that your worth was established before the foundation of the world. Everything is happening in divine timing, not your timing, not their timing, God's timing. You have been wondering why it has taken so long. You have been questioning why the healing process has been so intensive. You have been frustrated with the pace of your progress. But God has been working on a timeline that takes eternity into account. He has been preparing not just this moment, but all the moments that will follow. He has been setting up not just this encounter, but all the encounters that will come after. Because this return, this reunion, this revelation, it is not the end goal. It is just the next chapter in a story that is bigger than you can imagine. I need to give you both a warning and a promise. The warning: don't let nostalgia override your discernment. Don't let loneliness compromise your standards. Don't let their apology erase your memory of their actions. Remember who you were when they left. But more importantly, remember who you have become in their absence. The promise: whatever happens next, you will not lose. You cannot lose. Because God has already declared victory over your situation. Whether they stay or go, whether they change or remain the same, whether they add to your life or subtract from it, you are going to win. Because your victory isn't dependent on their choice. Your victory is dependent on God's faithfulness. And God has never lost a battle. Get ready for exposure on multiple levels. Not just the exposure of this woman who worked against you in secret, not just the exposure of the true motives behind their return, but the exposure of your own glory. People are going to see you and wonder what happened. They are going to ask about the light in your eyes, the spring in your step, the joy in your voice. They are going to want to know your secret, and you will be able to tell them. God happened. Healing happened. Transformation happened. Resurrection happened. Your testimony is going to be a weapon against every lie the enemy has told about your future. Your story is going to be proof that God can take the worst betrayal and turn it into the greatest blessing. This message isn't just information, it is activation. It is not just prediction, it is preparation. As you read these words, something is shifting in the spiritual realm. Angels are moving, hearts are turning, destinies are being recalibrated. You are not the same person who started reading this message. Something has awakened in you. Something has been stirred. Something has been released. The person who is planning to return has no idea what they are walking into. They are expecting the old you, but they are about to encounter the new you. They are expecting the same story, but God has written a plot twist that will leave everyone amazed. If your heart is pounding right now, that is your confirmation. If tears are streaming down your face, that is your confirmation. If something deep inside you is leaping with recognition, that is your confirmation. This message was written for you. This moment was orchestrated for you. This revelation was released for you. You are chosen. You are loved. You are about to be vindicated in ways that will shock everyone, including yourself. So rise up, wipe your tears, lift your head. Because while someone is planning to come back, God has already returned to you with gifts, with healing, with the kind of love that never leaves. And what God is about to do will not only shock them, it will sanctify you. This is your moment. This is your message. This is your miracle. It is already starting. Can you feel it? The shift in the atmosphere, the change in the spiritual climate, the movement in the realm of the unseen. They are coming, but more importantly, your breakthrough is coming. Your vindication is coming. Your moment of divine justice is coming. And when it arrives, you will understand why you had to go through everything you went through. You will see why the pain was necessary, why the separation was required, Why the healing took so long? Because God wasn't just fixing what was broken. He was creating something brand new, something beautiful, something that will make everyone who sees it say, "Only God could have done this." There is something else I need to tell you, something that will make your spirit leap with recognition. During this season of separation, while you thought you were forgotten, heaven was orchestrating meetings on your behalf. Divine connections were being arranged, doors were being prepared to open, opportunities were being positioned in your path. The loneliness you felt wasn't abandonment, it was preparation. The silence wasn't rejection, it was incubation. Every quiet moment was God working behind the scenes, moving pieces on the chessboard of your destiny. You have been wondering why certain people came into your life during this season, why certain opportunities presented themselves, why certain doors opened when you weren't even knocking. That wasn't coincidence. That was divine orchestration. God has been building a support system around you that you didn't even realize you needed. He has been positioning people in your path who will be witnesses to your transformation. He has been creating a network of divine connections that will serve as confirmation of His faithfulness in your life. When this person returns, they will not just be encountering a new you. They will be walking into a completely different ecosystem. They will see you surrounded by people who value you, opportunities that excite you, and a life that flourishes without their presence. This will shock them more than anything else, because they expected to find you still waiting, still hoping, still building your life around the possibility of their return. Instead, they will find someone who has learned to build a beautiful life without them. The conversations you will have will be different too. You will not be asking them where they have been or why they left. You will not be begging for explanations or demanding apologies. You will be listening with the wisdom of someone who has learned that people's actions always reveal their true heart, regardless of their words. Your questions will be different. Your expectations will be different. Your entire approach to relationships will be different, because you have learned the difference between someone who adds to your life and someone who subtracts from it. You have learned the difference between love and attachment, between connection and codependency. This new discernment is a gift from heaven. It is supernatural insight that will protect you from making the same mistakes twice. It is divine wisdom that will help you navigate not just this situation, but every relationship that comes after. But here is the most beautiful part of what God is doing. While this person is planning their return, God is planning your future, and your future is so bright, so full of promise, so overflowing with blessing, that their presence or absence becomes irrelevant to your joy. You are stepping into a season where your happiness isn't dependent on anyone else's choices. Your peace isn't contingent on anyone else's behavior. Your worth isn't determined by anyone else's opinion. This is the ultimate freedom. This is what it means to be truly whole. This is what it looks like when God restores not just what was taken, but who you were created to be. The enemy thought their departure would destroy you. Instead, it refined you. He thought their absence would diminish you. Instead, it developed you. He thought their rejection would ruin you. Instead, it revealed your resilience. Every attack became an advancement. Every setback became a setup. Every ending became a new beginning. And now, as this person prepares to return, they are about to witness the greatest comeback story they have ever seen. Not because you are trying to prove anything to them, but because God is proving something through you. He is proving that His love is sufficient. His grace is enough. His power is unlimited. And His plans for you are unstoppable. So when they come back, and they will receive them with grace, but not desperation. Listen to them with kindness, but not gullibility. Give them space to speak, but don't sacrifice your peace for their comfort. You are no longer the person who will accept less than you deserve. You are no longer the person who will compromise your standards for anyone's approval. You are no longer the person who will silence your voice to keep someone else comfortable. You have been transformed. You have been renewed. You have been restored. And what God has done in you cannot be undone by anyone's return or departure. This is your season. This is your moment. This is your miracle. If you believe that God is moving in your situation right now, if you believe that this message was meant for you, if you believe that your breakthrough is closer than you think, then don't just read this and walk away. Share this message. Let it be a blessing to someone else who needs to hear it. Let it be confirmation for another broken heart that God hasn't forgotten them. Because this message isn't just for you. It is for everyone who has been waiting, hoping, believing that their story isn't over yet. Your testimony is about to become someone else's hope. Your miracle is about to become someone else's faith. Your breakthrough is about to become someone else's belief that God is still in the business of turning things around. This is more than a message. This is a movement, and you are part of it. The return has begun. The restoration has started. The revival is here. And you, beloved soul, you are at the center of it all. Type Amen if you believe God is moving in your life right now. Share this message if you want to be part of the miracle.